morning and Roll Tide. Excited to be in Birmingham today. Today is my 25th media day as a head coach. So I am truly blessed and excited for the journey ahead for our program this season.
All right, raise your hand and we'll get you a mic. Barlow.
Morning, Coach. Johnny Thornton, game day weekly. Talk about what you look forward to this year out of Sarah Ashley Barker.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's an opportunity for Sarah Ashley to really lead a program. She's always done a really good job, but I think this is her team. It's Loyal McQueen's team and Aaliyah Nye's team, and I've seen so much growth and maturity and poise in every area. She's working on 2 degrees now, and she's just really grown up a lot. She's healthier than I've seen her, and we're just excited. She brings a presence with her physicality every day and her pace in practice, but she even brings a stronger pace to our program with her words. She's someone that players love to follow and love to play with, and I'm just excited because she does. She brings an edge and a toughness to our program that everyone feeds off of.
Gabrielle Lewis, the next. You're only returning 5 players this year. Can you talk about that turnover, what you've seen in the offseason to kind of integrate the new folks, and do you see it as a rebuild here?
I don't think we ever rebuild. Our goal at Alabama is to always reload. We signed the number 12 class in the country. Our recruiting has been phenomenal. We are excited. I understand that we only returned 5, but the 5 that we returned are very experienced and extremely talented, have played a tremendous amount of minutes, and every single one of those 5, when you look at a Loyal McQueen, it's her time to shine, and it's her time to lead our team at the point guard position. And she has tremendous experience from Georgia Tech, and then within our system the last year and a half, and played behind a winner and with a winner in Hannah Barber. And again, it's time. Loyal's excited. She is being about it right now. And then you look at Sarah Ashley Barker, who brings so much experience and toughness, as I just mentioned, and just a phenomenal player, very talented. And then Aaliyah Nye has really worked, has improved her ability to be a 3-level scorer. Best shooter in my mind in the SEC, brings a lot. And then you look at Carly Weathers, might be the most improved on our team, has had an amazing off season, and is really, really doing so many things for us. And then Gianna Cunningham is 6'4" inside. It's her time. She's waited her turn, and she's doing some good things. But I really like our new faces. They bring a lot of experience. Meg Newman is a transfer from Arizona State, was ranked 33rd in the country coming out of high school. You look at Jess Timmons from NC State. She's good. It's going to be exciting to watch her. Brings a lot to our backcourt. Big and physical and strong and can really score it. And then you look at, our incoming freshmen, the number 12 class in the country, all 3 top 100. Essence Cody, the 2nd McDonald's All-American in school history. She's special. Write her name down because you're not gonna learn it real quick. And we're excited. We recruited her as an 8th grader. Her loyalty and trust in Alabama through the process makes it really special to me. You look at Naomi Jones, who might be the sleeper of the class because she has exceeded every expectation. Her pace, her work ethic, she brings a presence on the boards on both sides of the ball that we probably haven't had athletically. So I love what they've added to our front line, and then a top 100 forward, and Rachel Douglas, who all 3 played at the highest level with Nike and Under Armour, so they bring a whole lot of experience. But the sleeper of the bunch, again, I know I keep using that word, might be Dejanay Berger-Williams, who was all MVC. She's really a talented little guard and brings a lot of quickness. We're going to be better defensively because of those 6 than we've been at Alabama, so I'm excited about it. I could sit here and talk all day because I'm just telling you, you might have us where y'all put us as the media, but I think this team can be really, really good. We have a ton of potential.
Coach Joe Gaither, BamaCentral.com. Just a little bit of a two-parter for you. You coming off back-to-back 20-win seasons. You made the NCAA tournament 2 out of the last 3 years. First part of the question is, what's been the key of sustaining the success and getting to that level? The second part is, obviously the season didn't finish quite the way you wanted it to. So what's going to be the key to making sure that this year's team plays its best basketball in March and finishes out the season playing as well as it can?
Yeah, our goal is always to make the NCAA tournament and compete for an SEC championship, and that's the program's on the rise, and we continue to impact that. I think the recruiting is the lifeblood. Again, we bring the best class in my estimation to the program that we brought with a blend of transfers and freshman class, and we have 2 commitments in this class, and excited about the future of what this next class is going to hold to build on top. So it's recruiting, and we've done a really good job, and I credit to my staff for that. So it's why we're in the NCAA tournament. And then also too, I think the reason is that the foundation's been laid. We had 4 players that left our program, 2 that are working in college athletics right now, and Megan and Hannah, phenomenal, left with 2 degrees. And then we have Jada Rice, who left with 2 degrees, and Brittany Davis, who left with 2 degrees. Jada's currently in Greece, and Brittany's currently in China playing. Brittany was drafted. We've had 2 out of the last 3 years draft picks in the WNBA. We've had multiple players leave with multiple degrees, highest team GPA in program history last year. So the foundation's laid on the court, in the classroom, and in the community, and it's this team's turn for that. And I think that the expectations, that's what it's about at Alabama. So the foundation's been laid by a phenomenal group before them, and just excited for what this group can accomplish. I think as far as how do we finish better, we had 2 games on the road that were close, 1 possession games, and then we had 2 at neutral sites that were 1 possession games, and we lost by 2 at home to Ole Miss. Had a really silly foul at the end. So some special situations, a couple of stops here or there, but those were all 1 possession games, and we've got to find a way to close out. I've got to coach better, and we've got to continue to have players step up and make plays at critical moments, because it's a game of mistakes in the SEC, and to be able to finish the season stronger, something that we'll look at with pace and conditioning and where we're at and the things that I can do to help us improve and grow and finish a little stronger. But so proud of where we're at and where we're headed, and we've turned the program around, and we're just going to continue to be on the rise.
Thanks, Coach. I think he's going to
Hi, Coach. Ashley Woods with the Crimson White. This is your 11th year in Tuscaloosa. What have you learned from your first 10 years in Tuscaloosa, and how have you just grown as a coach, and how have you seen the program just grow under your direction?
Well, absolutely, it's the culture. I've learned in Tuscaloosa that it's the best place in the world to live. I love, waking up every single morning in an amazing community to raise 2 awesome girls at home, and for a group of young ladies every day in our program to have that opportunity to be around a culture of excellence, whether it's the classroom, court, and the community, and our leadership in Greg Byrne and the support. And it's an amazing group of coaches, just every single day to be able to wake up and learn and grow from, Patrick Murphy and, what he's done with Alabama softball. And then you look at what Wes has done with soccer, and then you look at what, Rashinda's building in volleyball, and you just look across the department. It's just a culture of excellence where everybody really cares about each other, not only at work, but in the community. And it's a lot of fun to be in Tuscaloosa and to wake up every day. I'm truly blessed to say Roll Tide.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
AP and Kelly, as we see it, syndicated radio, AP Stedham. Coach, I want to ask you about Sarah Ashley Parker. What do you like to see from her this year? I know she's a tremendous player, hustler, and provides a lot, intangibles, and then also Essence Cody.
I think with Sarah Ashley, we're going to look to move her more to the 3 spot. We feel like we've really secured our front line. We're a lot bigger across the front line. I think we'll have more paint points and paint production. So it's going to allow us to move Sarah Ashley more to the perimeter. I think that's her natural spot. We'll play her both inside and out, but she's really improved her 3-point shot in the summer, her mid-range, so I think she's becoming more of a 3-level scorer. It's just her toughness and her edge and her grit. She's just nasty in a really positive way, and just brings an edge every day, and everyone around her, I think, is, just really respects how she goes about her business. So it's really been fun to be able to really honestly probably move her back to her natural spot on the perimeter. Essence experience really has brought a lot to our front line. I think she's had to learn, the pace, playing with the shot clock consistently. But she is extremely talented. She brings a lot of athleticism, size. Not only can she play inside, but she can step out and shoot the three, which I think you're going to see her be able to do a lot. I think she's a mismatch problem, but her ability on the glass, I think, will be a much improved rebounding team because of she and Naomi Jones and Meg Newman on our front line. So it's given us an opportunity to move Sarah Ashley back more to a natural position, and we're going to be bigger on our front line, and we're going to really look to get more paint touches and play a little bit more inside out.
Right here.
You led the conference with the three last year. Can you speak to how the three is going to play into your game strategy this year? How's it going to look a little bit different?
It's always going to play into it. I mean, we want to shoot the first open shot. We want to play fast in transition. I think it's a really fun style to play. It's something that in recruiting, we want to play fast. There's no secret about that. We work an awful lot on recruiting. If you can't shoot, you probably don't need to be at Alabama. So, we love to recruit shooters, and we've consistently done that. I think that we're going to lose. I mean, obviously on paper, when you look up and you see Hannah's gone and Brittany's gone, but I think you really got to understand that Loyal McQueen is much improved from three. Jess Timmons can flat out knock it down. I mean, Rachel Douglas is doing a really good job of improving hers. Aaliyah Nice, consistent. So Carly Weathers has been the one that's really been consistent from it. So we feel like we've really maybe, that's the joy of college athletics and in coaching, is when somebody's gone, it's somebody else's turn. And to see these kids step up, we had an opportunity to go to Spain this summer. So we had 18 practices in the summer. Really got a step ahead with our system and style of play for our new faces. And our kids have shot the ball really well all summer, and we want to continue to do that. So we're not going to change, but what I feel like we have done is we've given a different dimension in the paint. So we're going to have more paint production along with three-point shooting.
Here.
Dudo Fernandez, Crimson White. Your team committed most fouls per game in the SEC last year. Do you use that physicality as a negative thing or something that you want to keep rolling into this year?
No, I think, we're always going to want to come out and be physical, but we're going to have to be better and defend without the foul. We love to run and play fast and get open looks in transition, but it's hard to do that against a set defense. So we want to be able to defend better without the foul to give ourselves an opportunity, to be able to execute and play a little bit faster offensively. So it's definitely an area that we need to improve. And I feel like this team is bigger and stronger across the front line, and it gives us a dimension where we can play and move Sarah Ashley back to her natural position, like I mentioned. And, we've got a much more athletic backcourt with Loyal McQueen and Jess Timmons, and are a much better job. And with Deshaunay Berger-Williams brings a lot defensively, so we feel like we've improved our backcourt defensively. And hopefully we'll play better without the foul.
Thank you, Kira.
Good morning, Coach. Carrie Osep, WPTM here in Birmingham. With so much talent coming to the floor, but obviously a mix of new faces, what's the ultimate challenge, or what's more so your philosophy to get the ladies building chemistry in the preseason, and how much does that come together more mid-season before you see that? And if I may, a second question, I always love to ask you, the growth of women's basketball, we're continuing to see that just on the level, at the next level, and in your league. Just what can you say about what's left?
The first part of that question is, it was a really perfect moment for us to bring in a big class and have a smaller group returning, because we had the opportunity to go to Spain for our foreign tour. And so when you take those type of experiences, not only do you get to work obviously on practicing, but more important than that, I feel like it's always been about building chemistry and the experiences that we have off the floor, the experiences with travel and long flights, and the opportunity to, immerse into a different culture. It really gave us a chance to have different roommates in each city. So all the things that we could do, we really felt like that has jump-started our chemistry and our ability to get, sometimes, within relationships, it's not about what you know, but it's about how you get to know them. And we've really done a good job with that. And so we've spent a lot of time off the floor here in the preseason. And we have a scrimmage upcoming, and the things and the opportunity we have planned around that to just build relationships and chemistry. And our kids do a really good job. I mean, they've got dinner night. I know I heard them saying the other night they were all going to Loyals and cooking, and then I've had them over to the house, and the opportunities on recruiting weekends to spend time together. So I think it's not about 94 feet and the X's and O's. It's more about chemistry, especially in the day and time. The joy of coaching to me is with the portal and new faces and the turnover. I spend as much time on chemistry as I do, on the X's and O's with them, and relationships and building those and getting to know them as people. They don't care how much I know, they just want to know how much I care, and I think that's the philosophy within all of our program as far as our entire staff. I'm blessed to return a great group of staff that I haven't mentioned. But you're talking about the growth of women's basketball. It is so special, and you know, to be doing this for as long as I've been blessed to do it, and 25 years as a head coach, and to see the fan support and see the growth in the WNBA. If you didn't watch the game last night, you missed it. It was pretty special. So just the opportunity to see where our game is at. I have so much great respect, but we have so far to go, and you know, I love what our league has done from an attendance standpoint and the programs in the league and how we promote our sport. But just so thankful for the opportunities and so excited about the growth, and appreciate everybody that plays a big part in that.
Last question right here.
Coach, obviously the league has really carried the banner for women's basketball throughout college for a long time. You've kind of outlined the depth on your team this year. How do you think that depth will help you compete against the likes of the South Carolinas, the LSUs, and kind of the top end of the league?
Well, you know, I've had the question in Tuscaloosa, you got a small roster. I love a small roster. That means everybody's going to participate, right? And everybody's going to be happy. So I think that, you know, we feel like all 11 on our roster can really contribute. I think it's going to be critical, and I think you're going to see it across our league in the country who can stay healthy. And so we're excited for the depth that this roster gives us. The versatility of the roster is a little different than we've had. It's the most versatile roster. So I feel like that depth is really going to help us. I feel like our preseason schedule, I think, you know, to start off our first 7 games, I think 6 of those teams went to the postseason. So we're about to jump into it real quick. So it's going to give us an opportunity to use that depth early and often with our preseason schedule.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all. Have a good day and roll Tide.